Please welcome up Jennifer.
Little lower. That's good. Hi, everybody. So, it was a cold morning this past December when I got a text message from my 14-year-old son. He had just gotten on the bus about 20 minutes ago, and I'm at the house getting ready for work, and the text message says, "I need to talk to you." Now, that's like the worst thing your teenager can say to you, right? And so I immediately texted back, "About what?" "Oh, I can't tell you right now. We'll talk tonight." And I said, No. What is it? I cannot go to work with this on my mind. "Nope, we're talking about it tonight." And that's the last I heard. Didn't hear another word. I was like, all right, whatever. So I go to work, I live through the day, go home, dinner, dishes, everybody shuts off the lights, we all go to bed. So I walk up to his room and I sit on the bed and I said, "Hey, bud, what do you need to talk about?" And he immediately pulls the blanket over his head. And I said, "What is it? You can tell me anything. Like, I'm an OBGYN. You can tell me anything." And nothing. Wouldn't say a word. So, like all moms, the worst things are going in my head. And I'm thinking, what is it? What is it? So I said, "Well, what is it? Did you fail a class? Did you get kicked out of school? Did you do drugs? Did you have sex? Did you get pregnant with somebody? Like, what was it?" Nothing. Wouldn't tell me. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, "So are you gay?" And the blanket comes off. And he says, "It's nothing bad, Mom. And no, I'm bi." And I'm like, okay, all right. That's great. You're bi. Well, the blanket goes back over the head. And I'm like, "Well, buddy, didn't you just tell me everything? Like, it's not bad, and you're bi, so I'm okay with that." But not talking, blanket over the head. And the next thing you know, of course, the way all teenagers talk is the cell phone. So the cell phone slides out from under the blanket. And I look at the cell phone, and on it is typed the word transgender. And I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. I can do this. And I'm like, "Bud, that's fine." So we had a lovely conversation for about an hour after that about what that meant to Zeke and, what was worrying Zeke. And the things that were worrying him were things like, once you get an Adam's apple, it's really hard to reverse. And once you get thick, dark hair on your face, it's really hard to reverse. And, "Mom, I've been thinking about this for 2 years, and I've given you 2 minutes, and now I need this done now. We need to fix this problem now." So I'm like, okay, all right. So I start calling my doctor friends, and I'm like, "Who can I take this kid to? I need to get this kid to somebody. What do I do? What do I do?" So I find this amazing endocrinologist in Portland, and we all truck down there, and now I've gone to the endocrinologist, and we've seen a psychiatrist, and we're going to therapists, and we've done everything. We're doing everything, and then we're on hormone therapy and anti-hormone therapy, and we are just rocking this, and we're doing great. And the next conversation that comes up with the endocrinologist was absolutely fascinating, and you would think me, dealing with fertility on a daily basis, would have thought about fertility. Well, I hadn't. So the doctor says, "Well, some of these therapies that we use do render your daughter infertile." And I'm like, oh, all right. So we hadn't really thought about that. So I bet none of you have ever had a conversation with your 14-year-old about storing their semen. No. So that was the next great conversation about, the closet and the nurse and the dirty magazines and exactly what you're going to do. And the kid going, "Oh, Mom, no, stop, that's enough." So I said, all right, fine. You and Daddy get in the car, go to Boston, and I'm sure Dad can tell you all about it. So My daughter is doing great. My daughter went to the Rainbow Ball up in Machias and wore this beautiful little blue cocktail dress with silver sparkly prom shoes we found at Martin's. And my daughter's going to the outright prom down in Portland with some friends coming up, and is going to wear some cute little number. And things are going really good, and family's doing great. Everybody's doing well. And my daughter said it all right. It's not bad. It's all good. And boy, am I proud of my daughter, Hazel.